And
Oh, we got people popping up in here already. That's what's up, man. What's up, everybody? You are tuned into another week of Access Granted, the pod stream. Your boy, Mr. Antoine, in the building as always. Shout out to my co-host, my lovely and talented co-host, Lisa Monet. She can't be here with us tonight, but I got my sis, Big Tip with the sips in the building. What's going on, Tipsy Fiend?
man, you already know, sipping on that good old rum punch.
Yes, we are. We are sipping on those
Access
exclusive
Granted signature cocktails in the building.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as we were talking about before we got on air, I do have about 8 of them left over. So if anybody wants to
Come
holler
get
at
them.
one of these pouches,
Spread out as a beast.
$15. Blizz is the first one to pop up and speak. What up, Blizz? What's going on?
Hey.
Blizz absolutely enjoyed his Long Island iced tea on Saturday.
Always.
And it was funny because one of the artists that were buying one, they asked me, they said, which one should I get? And Blizz heard him, and all the way from over there, you said Long Island. Long Island.
Exactly.
You already know, man. So, yo, thanks to everybody, man, that supported us on Saturday too, man. It was a real dope event.
Yes.
We sold, a nice little amount of Long Island for the people that were there. And I actually have yeah, he was. He said he was
Okay.
smoking. And yeah, that's my man Blair's right there. And I'm actually gonna have some footage that I shot of that event.
Okay.
Hopefully up on YouTube by tomorrow. So yeah, dope event. I was trying to get Blizz to get in the cipher, but he wouldn't get in the cipher. So
see, if I was there, that's why I need to start coming in town. Because if I was there,
that would have been right up the alley too. And the thing about it, my man, Wombat 55, what's going on, bro?
What's up, Wombat?
The thing that I loved about it, like the ciphers were impromptu. We were really supposed to do the cipher at the end of the show, but we ended up starting the cipher like 15 minutes before the show started. And then we would just have like random ciphers jumping off through the show. So like real dope. We was in a row house in the basement, but the setup was fire. Real dope, like just hip hop. I wasn't mad at it at all, man. So shout out to my man D Skills and Down by Law for all of them for inviting me out to host that event. And I'm definitely going to be working with them again. Also, I announced at that event that my sister D, along with Reggie Ruckus, is going to be having an all-female MC event coming up at the 8x10 in April that I'm hosting. So if you are a female MC,
me up. Sign me up. You heard me. April's my birthday month. So,
absolutely.
This will be 16 years that I have been a lupus survivor. And
Salute.
I'm trying to party all April. Orange and purple all April.
So we just gonna do the
sign
whole
me
summer
up.
then. We can
Sign
party
me
the whole
up.
summer. But
Yes.
I'll get you in touch. And I think you said you know Sister D, but I'll get you guys in touch and see if she has some space available on the lineup. But definitely looking forward to that. And when she asked me to host, I was like, come on now. Like,
shoot. Even if she give me 5 minutes, you already know what I could do with 5 minutes. So
yeah. Yeah. But let me see. Is there anything else going on? Nothing immediate right now. I was gonna say though that before I went to the event on Saturday, I was in the studio with Blizz, and I ain't gonna put too much out there, but Blizz got some heat that's about to come. Shout out to DJ King Ray, who the way Blizzard told it just sat down and made the beat in like 10 minutes. And when I got there, it sounded like it was a polished, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I need King Ray. Did you hook that up for me yet?
Yeah, that's easy.
You're supposed to line that up for me when I did my interview.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Thanks for the reminder. I got you. I promise you. I totally
did that in my life. These taxes about to come. You already know where I paid my way.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And there might be a surprise on that song. You just never know. But anyway, we got Brooklyn in the house tonight, y'all.
Okay.
And I get excited. Anytime I get to talk to people, I love my Baltimore people. I'm born and raised here. This is always going to be the home base, but I love when I get to touch base with people outside the city, people outside the country. And I got to give a big shout out to my girl, MJ Savino, for always sending people our way. MJ usually keeps about 40% of our calendar full throughout the year. So definitely looking forward to having, more of her guests on. But tonight we got Jay Elle in the building, the lovely and talented, on here looking very well. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am doing well. Welcome to Access Granted, the pod stream. Thank you for taking some time out to just come and, tell us a little bit about yourself and all of that kind of stuff. I'm looking forward. I love interviewing people for the first time, especially if it's not a person that I know, because then I get to sit and be a fan as well as, the host of the show and get to learn along with our people. And, we're here in Baltimore, as I mentioned, and we got some fire here. So you never know what kind of collaborations might come out of this this show tonight. So we always looking to, make that kind of stuff happen. But Brooklyn. Yeah. When I think of Brooklyn, no shade, but I'll always go straight to the MCs, because that's one of the most, popular boroughs. Some of the most popular MCs in the world have come out of there. So how does it feel, coming from such a very historic musical borough? And I have to remember to say borough and not city, because I made that mistake before.
Yeah, for sure. It's amazing. Like, being from Brooklyn is like, that's an identity all by itself. So it's like, we take pride in where we from. And it's just dope knowing that there's so many amazing talents that came out of Brooklyn. And, next up, here I am.
I know that's right. And so again, it always comes to mind hip hop first when you hear Brooklyn. But tell us about some of the other genres of artists that have come out of there.
Oh, of course. I mean, Brooklyn is a melting pot of talent. And so, for me, the way I grew up, it was like my brother, my cousins, everybody sang. You know what I'm saying? So it was like my dad played in a band. Shout out to my to my dad. But he's from Puerto Rico, and he was in a band back when he was like 14, 15 years old, something like that. And my mom sang in church, and so it's kind of like we come from like music, and then just being in New York City, everywhere you go, you hear or see some type of talent or music on the street corner, in the subway, everywhere you go. And so it's like you always around it, you always see it. And so it's just part of the culture. You know what I mean?
Jay Esquire in the building. I always say that if we could pick New York up and move it down south about 3 or 4 states, that it would be a place that I would love to live. I can't live in a place that gets colder than Baltimore. So unfortunately,
I think I'm from Harlem. That's where I think I'm from. In my mind, that's where I'm from.
Hold up, Queen. Tell her your name, Queen.
Lil Kim Badu Hill. That's what they call me.
Lil Kim Badu Hill. Okay, I feel it.
Lil Kim Badu Hill, Baltimore. Yeah, that's what they, So when I went through your profile today and what you say, I picked up immediately that she was an Afro Latina.
Yes.
And I heard the church vibes immediately. Don't nobody do a rift or a run like a church girl.
That's true.
You had it. I just want to know you got a fan. I want to let you know you got a fan in me.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I can't hear you.
Muted, Ron.
Yeah, about to say I can't hear you.
My bad. I was
thought it was me. I was like, am I going deaf?
No, I was saying, talk a little bit about that start in church, that upbringing.
Yeah, so that goes back to my childhood again. When it comes to singing, I wasn't always into singing. I was more into dance and fashion and stuff like that. But then everybody around me was singing and doing that whole thing. So I was just like, I want to be down with y'all. Like, I want to be down. So it was kind of like that, and it started from that. But I had a long way to go. Like, because music wasn't my first talent, wasn't my first love. It's something that I built a passion for, and so I built the talent for it as well. And so when I was about 14, I joined the church with my best friend. My best friend had started going to this church, and she was like, oh, they have a good choir. And I was just like, that might be good for me to, help me with my singing and my harmony, stuff like that. So I started going to church. When I was like 14, I joined the choir. That was my favorite part. Like, went to choir rehearsal like twice a week, and we sang it on Sunday mornings. We actually did praise and worship, and then we sang it in the choir too. So it was just kind of like constant singing, constant harmonizing, constant performing, kind of. So it was dope.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
I gotta give a shout out to my girl T Quest. I gotta give a shout out to T. I always say that she's actually the reason that I'm doing this, because once I stopped doing radio, I was gonna give up and just chill, but she highly inspired me to get back into this, and she was actually the first guest that we had on Access Granted way back in what seems like forever now, back in 2020. Yeah, it seems like forever. So I want to get back to Brooklyn. T Money, what's up? So no disrespect to none of the other boroughs.
Oh boy.
I've only been to 3. To 3. Brooklyn, to me, is the most Baltimore of the 3 that I've been to.
Okay.
Brooklyn is the place. Brooklyn is the place where I felt so comfortable, and so like the whole vibe was like everything that we got here. And I wanna say that this was pre-gentrification in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Because Brooklyn is a totally different vibe now. But yo, it's just something about that borough, man. It just made me feel like
home.
So much like home. Like literally.
Yeah.
Especially
what Big said, spread love is the Brooklyn way. So
yeah, absolutely. And because my birthday is December the 4th, 1969, the same birthday as Jay-Z. Jay-Z is biasly my favorite MC of all time. But Brooklyn. You talked about how like literally there's music everywhere like you go in New York, regardless of the borough. Other than the church, and doing the choir thing, like what really made you take that step to say this is something that I definitely want to do?
music was a challenge for me, and I always love to challenge myself. And so,
Wow.
I pushed myself. I said back, when I first started singing, it wasn't my first talent, and it wasn't, I wasn't great at it. I could hold a note, I could, keep a melody, but my harmony wasn't good. I didn't have an ear for harmonies. Whenever I was in a girl group, and every time the note was bad, they didn't have to look to see who it was. They're like, yeah, it's her. Her bad harmony. It was like that. So it was just like, and then like even when I was giving my note, I would like go off a note and like, man, like what is wrong? Like what? And it challenged me. I wanted to be able to hear harmonies. I wanted to be able to do harmonies better. I wanted to make sure I could stay on my note. I wanted to make sure that I could, get leads, and it was something that really challenged me. And then it was a point where I was just like, you know what? I want to make my own songs. And that's when I started writing. Like I challenged myself to write. So that for me, because it was such a challenge, it became a passion of mine. And once you have a passion, it's just like it just burns forever. You can't really get rid of it. So
did that make you start doing like formal like vocal lessons and stuff like that, or you just basically?
I did formal vocal lessons for a little while, and then that kind of fell off because I moved, and the person I was with was still in New York, and I had moved out of New York. But and I just never picked it up again. I might actually start doing it again, just because it helps me with like breathing and all that sort of stuff. And it's again, you can always improve. And so like, yeah, I think I might get back into that. But yeah, but choir helped me with my vocals a lot. Yeah, so always improving, always challenge myself.
People might feel like I'm gonna throw some shade right here, but can you talk about how important it is to have a vocal coach?
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, no, it's super important. It's super important, especially like people think like just because they can sing that they don't need a vocal coach. Nah, having a vocal coach can help you make sure that your voice don't get tired fast. It help you. It can help you with everything. If you want to know how to do better riffs, it can help you with that. If you want to know how to belt, everybody don't know how to belt a note. That can help you with that. It can help you with a lot of different vocal styles. It can help you with like just making sure your voice don't get tired, making sure that you don't go hoarse. It's a lot of things that a vocal coach can help you do and help you with your vocals. And at that's anything. If you want to keep training and you want to keep getting better, then it's something that you want to do.
Right.
For sure.
No disrespect, but I know a lot of people that think they can sing, and when I hear them, I can just tell they don't have any. You know what I mean? Because singing isn't just pushing out the notes. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that I think people don't really understand, especially when you get to the part, where you start doing live shows. Mm-hmm. Because when you're in that studio, there's a lot of little tricks of the trade that can help you sound good. But when you get there to that live part,
a lot of people, you have studio singers and then you have live performers. Absolutely. And some people are good at both, but most of the time it's one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's, when you find somebody who's good in the studio and good live, it's like, whoo, fire. Yeah. But a lot of people are studio singers. So, I mean, I'm not hating. Listen.
No, at all. At all.
I don't care. I don't. Yeah. But.
I remember a prime example, and I used to love these girls, but I remember the first time I saw Total live, and I was just like, oh, like, can't you see? Just didn't sound quite the same live as it did, But hey, they made it work. Shout out to comedian Ricky Shackelford. Thank you for tuning in, bro. As I was going through your EPK, one of the first songs that drew me was your rendition of Little Kim and that song. And I think the influence from there is kind of obvious, but I'll ask why that song in particular.
I mean, obvious reasons. You hit it right on the head. Kim is super dope to me. Brooklyn, another Brooklyn talent. I'm a huge fan of Brooklyn and Big and Kim and a lot of 90s stuff. And so it was just like, what, it's a dope record, pay homage to both those talents. And I was just like, it'd be something fun to do. It was fun.
You got a lot of videos, and I wanna try to get at least probably like 3 of them on the show today. Okay. We're definitely going to play No Man for obvious reasons, but as we go along, I'll let you pick the other 2 that you wanna play. And if you want to play that Little Kim one that I just was talking about, So let's talk a little bit. Is No Man from a current or upcoming project?
So No Man is from a past project that kind of got stifled during the pandemic. And so, yeah, we already had everything going for it, and we were just like, you know what, it's still a good record. It's still something that we want to push. We had the visual for it, and so we were just like, you know, let's go for it. And so we decided to move forward with it, and it's a dope record. It's a fun record, and you know, moving forward from that, we can have some good stuff that we're looking to put out. So more to come on that, on some new records, some new music.
How did the pandemic affect you musically?
Not
being able to get out as much and everything.
Pretty much shut everything down almost. Like, I mean, not almost, it really did. It shut down a lot for me and what we had going on and what we had planned. So it was a lot. It didn't do me any good, I'll tell you that. But you know, things happen for a reason. Here now, we're making a lot of moves, and so hopefully 2024 will be a super dope year for Jay Elle music.
So you said the pandemic affected you a lot. How did you take advantage of that time that you had alone as an artist?
Well, I had a at-home studio, and so I did a lot of writing during that time. For the beginning part, I think this was everybody was kind of depressed for a little while, you know. And then after a while, I was like, well, we ain't going nowhere. So kind of like got out of that and started doing some other things, writing and doing stuff like that. So I think that's, for me, that's, you know, what I got.
I was depressed until they told us we ain't have to go into the office no more. And then I was like, yo, this is the greatest ever.
See, I write all the time anyway. But because I'm a business owner as well, it was like this was my coin right here. So I didn't get to fall into the depression during that time. But I do notice that I have a lot of like unfinished lyrics that I have not finished because, you know, during that time, it was just like your mind was everywhere. It was so much tests and trials and tribulations. Are there any specific tribulations that might have contributed to some of these nice hits that we have that came about during that time?
No, actually, it was all creativity. No real experiences because I mean, I wasn't dating because couldn't see nobody. I didn't have nothing really, you know, going on really at the time. So it's kind of like, I'm in the house. Let's just create, you know.
Well, that explains the single No Man, right?
Right. Exactly. So just to piggyback off of that though, because you were closed in and you weren't really able to get out and do anything, did that kind of stifle you in your writing?
Yes, it did. It did for a while. You know, for me, it's like I would go in the studio, turn on the track and record and write at the same time. And for me, it was just like writer's block almost, because it's kind of like nothing was stimulating me at the time. You know what I mean? It was like I had no real stimulation. You know, being in contact with people, that's stimulation. Being outside, that's stimulation. You know, going places, everything is like stimulation. It's like when you just home and you just looking at the same four walls. For me, it's just like,
that's exactly why I asked that question, because I can imagine, like, just, you know, especially if you're in a small space, you know, a lot of people would think that because you have that downtime that it might make the writing process a little bit easier. But I think that if I was an artist, I probably would go through the same thing that you did, because it's like, you know, if TV is my only access to the outside world, you know, it would be kind of.
So it was like, but I watched a lot of Netflix during the pandemic. I tell y'all that, and I'm not even a TV person at all.
How did you get the message of how did you spread your music around during that time? Did you use like TikTok, YouTube? Did you take advantage of those type of things?
Yeah, I just, you know, was doing the same digital stuff, posting. I did a lot, you know, a lot of cover music and a lot of mixtape type of stuff. And so I was doing it on like a lot of tape sites, stuff like that.
What's your favorite song to cover?
When I perform live, I don't really cover too many records. I do my own, but stuff that I like to remix. I like to remix mostly hip hop records. And put like a either I do my own hip hop over it or like a R&B twist to it. I like to do that. And I like to do male songs rather than.
Yes.
That's interesting. Why? Why?
Because it's a different. You could give a different feel to it, and even if it's like, if the male's singing from their perspective, you could sing from the other side. So it's like for me, it gives a little more creativity, and then you know people will look at it less like, oh, she's trying to be like, or she's trying to compete with. No, I'm not trying to compete with nobody. Everybody got their place in space.
Jay Valentine does that a lot. You know, that manages Tank. Sorry, my Baltimore accent is coming out. But Jay Valentine does it a lot. He will hear a female R&B song and then give a male rebuttal to the song. So it's nice to know that we have a female that is out here doing that. So, you know, I would love to get more into your music and hear some of those rebuttals because we need somebody to respond to some of this stuff they be saying. Yeah.
I mean,
listen.
That's an entirely different show. That's an entirely different show. Let's get into the No Man video real quick. Go ahead and introduce that for us.
All right, this is No Man from your girl Jay Elle Music. Check it out.
Dang, I needed the intro to be longer than that, but hold on.
Okay.
I was slipping. Hold on, here we go.
We're gonna try this one more time. You ready? He ain't ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we're gonna try it again. This is No Man video from me, your girl, Jay Elle Music. I hope you like it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I love doing this show live for moments just like that. And now I can't get the thing back to the daggone beginning. Okay, there we go. Okay. Where is it? No Man, share.
The shot of liquor is the foreplay. Yeah. Then I give them all the score, man. Yeah. Take your time, try to go slow. You got to wind up. Don't be surprised. Told you it might fuck your mind up. Simmer down. It may get too good to you, maybe too much for you. So you wanna be my nigga now? You love the way I'm flexing in this dress and now I feel it out. But don't make it an issue. Just keep it cool, I gotta miss you. Relationship up, keep all your hoes on standby. I'm good on my own and niggas don't understand why she don't want no man. Don't want no man. She just need a dude that got that tool and keep it handy. Giving it to her good to do some damage. And she want to show she don't want no man, bitch. Ass everywhere, who you know don't spill a drop. Dancing with the glass in the air. He say he tryna pay for Gucci pads, get my hair done. Buy me new Vicky, but I told him that I don't wear none. My money go down me, I'm at the top of the stairs. So all this bread you talking about, blowing, hope you can spare some for your own. But still, I might just hit you up if you could relax me after a long day. But don't make it an issue. Just keep it cool, I gotta miss you. Relationship goals, keep all your hoes on standby. I'm good on my own and niggas don't understand why she don't want no man. Don't want no man. She just need a dude that got that tool and keep it handy. Giving it to her good to do some damage. And she want to show she don't want no man, bitch. We not get your feelings up in here. Save all that lovey-dovey for another couple years. She don't want no man. Don't want no man. She don't want no man. relationship goes. Keep all your hoes on standby. I'm good on my own, and niggas don't understand why she don't want no man. Don't want no man. She just need a dude that got that tool and keep it handy. Giving it to her good to do some damage. And she want to show she don't want no man, bitch. We not get your feelings up in here. Save all that lovey-dovey for another couple years. She don't want no man. Don't want no man. Don't want no man. She don't want no man. Don't want no man. Don't want no man.
Yeah. And you know what? As I'm sitting here, that's the first time that I watched the video straight through. I see a lot of Little Kim influence in that video.
Yeah, shout out Lil Kim.
from you know the outfits that was a lot of, and actually there's one scene where you have Pink, and I don't know why that reminds me of one of her old videos from back in the day. Shout out Lil Kim. Shout out Lil Kim. I want to go back to these, and I laughed when I read this earlier. These Friday nights.
Yes.
In the house when you were about what was it, 5 or 6 years old?
Yeah, I was young. I had been like 5, 6, 7, something like that.
It when I read that, it reminded me of back in the day when you over auntie's house and all of the adults are adulting, and they done they done smoked and they done drank, and then they just trying to get all the little kids out there to start dancing and everything.
Yes, that's exactly right.
That kind of the vibe it was.
That's exactly what us. Yes.
Yeah.
When I read that, I related to you so much because I was telling him when I did my initial interview, Fridays my father would get paid, and he would, to earn our allowances, that's what we had to do, perform a showcase. You couldn't tell me I wasn't Mary J.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh, that is so sweet that she, has a similar thing that she had to do on Fridays. So was it anything special about that day?
No, that was just the day that they all, my parents and their friends got together and they, had some fun and they was doing their fun on Friday night and we was the entertainment.
Yeah. What were some of the songs that you liked to perform back then?
So back then I wasn't singing. Like that was, that was before.
You were dancing.
I was always dancing and, walking, doing fashion. And so we was doing everything. I'm telling you, we was like a talent house, man.
I know that's right. And a lot of us come from that background of, having our parents or whoever the older people were in the house. A lot of times it felt like music was 24/7.
Yes.
You know what I mean? What was some of the music that your parents were playing for you, or not necessarily for you, but were playing back then that kind of stuck with you?
Everything. Mariah Carey, Mary, Whitney, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was huge in my house. Like Michael Jackson was just like everything in my house. Some of everything. We listened to rock music, gospel music. We listened to, like my dad's from PR. We listened to Spanish music. So we listened to pretty much everything, really. Like we was just like a well-rounded kind of house when it comes to music.
That for me, it always kind of depended whose house it was. You know what I mean? We did have some relatives I remember that used to kind of be into like Hall & Oates and different people like that. But there was always a lot of like Earth, Wind and Fire, Teddy Pendergrass, the Gap Band. Like, oh my gosh! And I didn't realize how much it played a part in my life until I got older and realized that I still to this day listen to a lot of that music from back then. You know what I mean? And it becomes almost like a playlist for your life, almost like the soundtrack, especially young, because you're so influenced. You know what I mean? Like I remember times driving in the car and I would have, certain music playing. This was when my kids were younger. And like once they got older, if that song comes on the radio, they're singing the song. And I'm looking back and like, what you know about? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
it's like
my son in particular would always be like, well, Dad, that's what you always play in the car.
Yeah, for sure. Like what you hear as a kid and stuff like that, it definitely sticks with you, and I think it kind of leads you into the type of music that you're gonna like in general. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any music today? And when I say today, I'll say from 2015 to currently that really kind of like, influenced you.
I don't know. I don't know if I would say specifically, but just music in general. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
Just hearing music is
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like just hearing the way music has changed and hearing the way a lot of things have changed. A lot of people are like, oh, hip hop they ruin hip hop, and no, like everything changes. If nothing changed, then everything would be the same. If nothing changed, we wouldn't have hip hop. We wouldn't have, a lot of the things that we have now. And so like people, it may not, if it's not your cup of tea, then say that, but don't say like it's ruined. It's definitely not ruined. It's evolving just like everything else evolves. And I think it's dope. I think, people, our sound of music now is dope. It's something and it's going to evolve again, so it's just like, it's just part of the evolution of music. And I just think it's dope.
Yeah. Mohammed Media is in the building with us, along with my girl Sanji Lucy. Thank y'all for tuning in. But that's the reason that I asked you that question, because and I was trying to think of a time frame of like the last, within the last 10 years or so, because music, both hip hop and R&B, has changed so much. And a lot of times when you're an artist, especially if you're an artist that's still kind of trying to find your way, so to speak. Trying to find that pocket, like I say, Mary J. Blige is the ultimate pocket artist. Like she knows, where she fits in, and, she'll stray from it every now and then. But when people say we need that old Mary know how to go back to that old Mary. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I was going with that question, because it's so different now, but it's great because it's so much different variety. You know what I'm saying? There are those times, and this is one of the reasons that I don't listen to the radio, because there are those times when you can listen to local radio stations, and a lot of times the music sounds alike.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you a prime example. The producer out of the Mustard on the Beat, when he first started, however many years ago that was, I remember some mornings I would be driving to work, and I would hear so many Mustard on the Beat songs, or so many songs that you can tell he influenced. And it was almost like the artists themselves were saying, okay, this is what they like. So I'm going to call DJ Mustard, and I want a song that sounds just like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of kind of, going to Mustard and say, okay, you did that, now give me this. And see if we can rock that. I get you as that person that will go to the right. That's when everybody else is going left. Is that a true statement?
That's accurate. Pretty accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. So what other video do you want to get into?
I mean, we kept talking about the Get Money video, so we might as well get into that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy, this because Get Money was one of my. In fact, that's my favorite Junior Mafia song. I'm not even gonna say one of. So when I scrolled down, I remember scrolling down, and I saw the name of the song, but I didn't originally think the influence from the song until I saw the thumbnail that you have, because you channeling your inner little Kim on that joint right there. And I was like, okay, I see what she's doing with this. And then when I actually went ahead and listened to it, I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is fire. So let's get into that joint. Go ahead and give us an introduction on that one too.
All right, it's your girl Jay Elle Music. It's Brooklyn on Brooklyn. So we're gonna get into this.
I know that's right. Brooklyn is definitely in the house, and I love it, man. Like I said, most of my favorite MCs are from Brooklyn. And I didn't realize until I went and looked up a little bit how like Maxwell and so many other artists that I didn't know were from Brooklyn are actually from there, and that made me just have a lot more respect for the music that comes out of there. So this is Get Money, y'all. Let's get into it.
Get it.
And get money, fuck niggas and get money, fuck bitches and get money. Fuck niggas and get money. Fuck bitches and get money. Fuck niggas and get money. Fuck bitches and get money. Yo. On my living room floor, play PS4 with Keeks and Primo. Oops, baby boy, you know that I know you was at the Brooklyn Choppers with your Instagram hoe. Please don't try it, please don't deny it. I got receipts, so that shit ain't flying. Me crying, that got me dying. Just last week, I fucked your man Brian. So you won't be replaced real quick. And I ain't even mad, but you're done dismissed. So I'ma sit for these shit. Or like a fuck a nigga shit, bitches and get money. Fuck niggas and get money. Fuck bitches and get money. Fuck niggas and get money. Fuck bitches and get money. Fuck niggas and get money. Fuck bitches and get money. Fuck niggas and get money. Now I ain't gonna choose between red and head, cause I like them both, I choose that instead. I count the money, get breakfast in bed, but love me a nigga, now that shit is dead. Cause I'll catch a charge for 1 and 2. Before I do all that, I'ma say fuck you. And I'ma get money cause that's what I do. To you scheming ass bitches, yes, fuck y'all too. Stop acting like a blonde, like a bimbo hoe. Yeah, baby, get your bread, go and get your dough. Nah, I ain't down bad, this ain't no mad bitch flow. Just a little something to let you motherfuckers know. Fuck bitches and get money. Fuck niggas and get money. Fuck bitches and get money. Fuck niggas and get money. Fuck bitches and get money. Fuck niggas and get money. Fuck bitches and get money. Fuck niggas and get money.
I can so see on that song. Thing, I can see you all on that song. Yeah, you.
No, I'm like so serious. Like early on when I first started out, everybody like pretty much said I was the Kim of the 90s. They even said I got her face. We the same height and everything. Okay. So it was just kind of, yeah, we are the same height. I was just like in my mind just now listening to it, actually getting to listen to the actual lyrics. I was in here like saying my own verses to it. Like we're gonna have to rap when this is over.
And you know why I said that? Because remember I told you my reaction the first time that I actually saw you perform live. I was like, oh my God. I was like,
you didn't know I had any of that in me. A lot of people know me for my spoken word. A lot of people know me for my spoken word or my modeling. Right. They don't really know me for my hip hop anyway, or not necessarily that type of hip hop anyway.
Right.
So when they get to see that part, it's just like, oh, okay, now we get why they call you Kim Badu Hill, because I can cover all of that. But honey, you
thank you
all across the board.
Thank you.
And I'm a hard person to please. Like when it comes to music in my ear, because I literally grew up in a musical family. Mm-hmm. I have that ear that, and Blizz can attest to this. If you ain't on point on that beat, get back in the booth. Because you know what I'm saying? I want you to do your best. I have no complaints.
Are you implying that you used to send Blizzard back in the booth?
Yes. Honey, you on point. I don't know how many takes you do when you get in there, but you're on point. I love it. Nothing that I listen to is whack. I ain't got no complaints, like literally.
Thank you.
And
like, how bad Twan ain't set me up? Nope.
No. But that's a perfect segue to what you just said. Jay, talk a little bit about your studio process. I love hearing.
Yeah, so my studio process is very, I don't know. I think it's weird, but it's my process. A lot of people are like, no, it's not weird. I can't sit and write like on a pad. I have to let the track play, go in the booth, record, and write at the same time. Because for me, it's like I have to be able to hear it to say, oh, I like that, or I don't like that, or I want to change that, or I'm going to keep that, or I'm going to add to this. I have to hear it. So for me, I have to record and write at the same time.
I wouldn't call that weird. I mean, everybody has their own little niche, you know, and the way that they do stuff in the studio. So I can definitely understand that. That actually would be cool to watch.
Yeah, it's actually fun actually.
That actually would be cool to watch. So 2024, like, what do we have going on music wise? Tour wise, I'm gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
Tour wise.
So I'm actually hoping to get not hoping, but working on getting some dates for tours actually right now as we speak. So more to come on that. But on the 28th, so Wednesday, my Jay Elle Music merch shop is launching. So that's a big thing for me on Wednesday. And then for March, I'll be in Austin during South by Southwest, performing during that time.
Nice.
So yeah, five shows for sure. I think a 6th will be added on as well. But yeah, so a lot of things coming up on that, and then just working on probably release a new record right after that. So some things coming up,
I've heard so many great things about performing at South by Southwest, especially if you're an up and coming artist. How did that happen for you?
A promoter who was actually working with MJ got us in contact with this promoter who she knows, and it kind of went from there. So because we have been talking about wanting to do South by Southwest, and MJ put us in contact with a promoter, and we were just like, yeah, for sure, we definitely gonna do it. So yeah,
I've never had the opportunity to go, but I've watched a lot of videos from down there. And it's just a vibe. Like, it's literally just like blocks. It seems like blocks of venues that are just putting on, all kind of events. I do have a artist from Baltimore that used to go down there like about 10 years ago, and he was like, man, it was Disneyland. He was like, Disneyland. Like, literally, you walking down the street and you could pass a corner, with about 20 dudes in a cipher, you know what I mean? Or you could go across the street and you have people, dance battling and and all kind of stuff, man. So I can imagine that's crazy. Good luck with that. That's going to be a real awesome experience for you.
For sure.
Are you in the studio at all? Are you working on? I know you said you're going to do a single right after South by Southwest. So leading up to.
Actually working on some things. I have a session right before I go to Southwest. So yeah, working on some things, at home too. But gearing up for music. It's about time.
That's what's up. And as you can see, we have a little singer in the background.
Yes, I have an 8-month.
He might be trying to get on. He might be trying to get on your album sometime.
He is just the most adorable thing, but he wants his camera time as well. But
I mean, you named him Hendrix. What do you expect?
His name is Hendrix, and I actually watched a documentary about Jimi Hendrix the other day and his upbringing, and just about how he pretty much begged to have a guitar. He begged to have that. So it was kind of like he was already predestined. Do you feel like this journey that you're on was predestined for you?
In a lot of ways, I do feel like it was, because I've done music. I was in a girl group that was early on in my career, and I was just like, I don't want to do that. Then I was like, you know what? I want to do my own thing. So then I started writing and trying to do it that way, and then actually got a deal, and then that didn't work out well. It was traumatic, and it was just like, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then it's just kind of like, yeah, but I think I still want to do music. So I've tried to stop and say I'm not going to do music anymore, but it's just there. It's a burning fire. It's a passion. And so in that sense, I feel like, yeah, it is definitely something that's necessary.
Can you give a little snippet? You don't got to go into full detail like they say on Tank and Jay Valentine podcast. I ain't saying no names. Can you give a little snippet of that traumatic? I feel like women in the industry, we don't talk enough about what we go through in the experience, just for the sake to save our Black men. You ain't gotta say no names, but just give a snippet of what you went through, because I feel like it helps, prevent.
Absolutely. I mean, for me, it's not necessarily about names; it's about the experience, right? Like, just being young and being eager to sign is like pretty much you don't really pay attention. You don't really know the business like that, and then when you don't come from a family or anybody else who knows the business like that. One of the things was, one thing I will say is, if you're signing something with somebody, don't use an attorney that they get for you. And that's what I did. I was signing with this label, and I used an attorney that they got for me. That's still their attorney. Either way you look at it, even though they're representing you, they still, you know what I'm saying. So it's like that's something that I learned in the industry. Other than things outside of that, it's just like everything is not people. Somebody who was supposed to be working in my favor was actually taking money from the budget. And it's just like stuff like that, you know what I mean? And it's just like outside of that, once I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it on my own. That's when other things start happening. When you get people trying to try you, like, oh, well, I can get you this record, I can get you to work with this person, or I can take you to this studio, I can do that. And it's just like, yeah, but what you trying to do? You know what I mean? It's like, so they try you. They will definitely try you. And it's like, you got to be strong enough to be like, nah, I'm cool on that. Because, a lot of people like, well, that's an opportunity missed. No, it's not an opportunity. It's not an opportunity if you have to sacrifice so much of yourself or your dignity or your pride or your morals to get it. It's not an opportunity. So that's how I look at it.
Amen.
And unfortunately, being a beautiful woman in the industry, I've heard so many stories, man. I could spend, and it's unfortunate because for every one, it seems like to me, for every one good person that you might come across, there's 25 people that don't care about nothing but what they can get out of you. And I think, unfortunately, women have it, the hardest because, there's so many men in the industry, not only the ones that you see, but those ones that are behind the scenes that, like you said, when you sign to a label and you go to do something and you use their lawyer, well, you're hiring the person that they're paid to get the most out of the people. You know what I mean? So it's like definitely a huge conflict of interest. And unfortunately, people have to lose so much money and go through so much stuff. And to me, it pisses me off because it takes away from the art. And that's really all that the music should be, is the art. Like, I know so many people, especially here in Baltimore, so many people that, may not be anywhere near where they want to be, financially from their music, but they continue to do it faithfully because they are in love with the art.
Yeah.
And so I commend you for not giving up on your art when you had those, those trials and tribulations that you had to go through, because it would have been very easy for you to just say the hell with this and done. Just put it down. But then you're kind of robbing yourself because you're not doing what it is that you want to do. You're not fulfilling your passion when you give up. So I commend you for not giving up.
So switching gears just a little bit, can you give us your dream collaborations locally?
People ask me this all the time.
Famously.
So my dream collaboration, no lie, people be like, what? Really? My dream collaboration is Tank. Tank is my dream collaboration.
Yes.
Because Tank is like, his writing is just like top tier. Like, I love his writing. His vocals are so amazing. His backgrounds, if he do backgrounds on the track, it's just like, just gives life. It's just, my dream collab is absolutely Tank, for sure.
That's interesting because I can definitely hear that already in my mind. I can hear it if I kept mentioning him. It's so weird because him and Jay Valentine write a lot together, and I just discovered who Jay Valentine was at the BET Awards last year when they did the song Slow. But I can hear you making a female version of that song. I can hear you. I don't know if you're working on it, but you might need to
I'm
because
working
I
on it
can
now.
hear you. I can hear you doing a female version of that song.
Listen, I wasn't working on it, but I'm about to work on it now.
Okay, look, see how I do that.
You know?
I can kind of like,
So,
you know.
so what would be the hip hop artist that you would want to drop a verse on a song with you? Like I honestly, I would love not to cut you, but I would love for you to have a chance meeting somewhere in Brooklyn with Little Kim and
yes,
that money song. Like that would be so
let me and Kimmy on a track.
yes.
That would be
Come on now.
That would be
You
iconic.
want
I think I'll probably
Crush on You with Kim?
probably
Come on
pass
now,
out.
let's put that into existence. Come on now, a
pass
Crush
out.
on You remix because that is popular nowadays. We're doing remixes of the 90s tracks. Put on a Crush on You with Lil Kim. I bet you she have right on it. Come on now.
That would be super dope. That would be super dope. I listen. All the hip hop girlies love them all, so that would be dope to do that. Like I would love like a collab with like 4 or 5. That would be super dope to me. So yeah, I'm here for it. Here for all of it.
Oh, man, Eddie Quarles. Welcome back to the world, bro. my dude EQ. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to see if I still got a Little Kim phone number in my old phone. I'm just playing. Trust me, if I had Little Kim number, she'd have been on the show by now. So come on now. I said I wanted to do at least 3 videos, so I made the executive decision as to what video I wanted.
Okay.
So, what you saying though? Talk a little bit about the song and then introduce the video, because this joint is fire to me.
What you saying though is kind of like a R&B rough kind of song, but it's mostly about, it's just like a fun braggy kind of song. Like I'm making money, like you can't mess with me, like you ain't on my level type of record. It's just fun.
I'm gonna be honest, you're being kind of modest when you describing this song. It's okay to put it all out there. You're being a little modest, but I'm gonna let the people decide. We're gonna go ahead and get into we're gonna go ahead and get into this joint right now, and we're gonna have Braxton. We're gonna have I said Braxton. We're gonna have Hendrix singing in the background on this joint. My man.
Fallout Beats. Hey, Fallout and Jay Elle. We done did it again. Eating good, living good. What you saying now? It's that kick up, so let's drink up. What you saying though? Bitch, you know that I'm a star. So just let it go. Feeling good, living good. What you saying now? What you saying now? What you saying now? No, you ain't stunting this hard. So just let it go. Feeling good. You just mad now. Too many times. Trying to keep living a lie. Money to keep on the pie. Your flesh is looking so dry. But you running your mouth all the time. Fuck you be talking about, nigga. Driving that Benz and I'm weaving. I'm seeing they watching you mad cause I'm eating. Who got time for that beef? No, I'm getting bread. I'm thinking. Unless you real like me, don't mention me. There's no reason. Drink a glass of this reason. Man, I'm just way too on. And I'm too cool, and I'm too paid. I'm on one. Eating good, living good. What you saying now? It's that kick up, so let's drink up. What you saying now? Bitch, you know that I'm a star. So just let it go. Feeling good, living good. What you saying now? What you saying now? What you saying now? I see why you mad. Broke is your swag. Hating is your hobby. Ain't got time for that. Too busy whipping this foreign with that engine in the back. Save all you want, but you ain't gon' get. No, you ain't gon' get that. You ain't gon' get that. Save all you want, but you ain't gon' get that. You ain't gon' get that. You ain't gon' get that. Save all you want. Nah, nah, nah. Eating good, living good. What you saying, though? It's that kick up, so let's drink up. What you saying, though? I'm so fly. I'm so fly. Eating good, living good. What you saying, though? It's that kick up, so let's drink up. What you saying, though? Bitch, you know that I'm a star. So just let it go. Feeling good, living good. What you saying, though? What you saying, though? What you saying, though? I know you ain't stunting this hard. So just let it go. Feeling good. You just mad, no?
Birthday anthem found. I found it. Birthday anthem found. What is your sign? Because I need to know.
I'm a Sag.
Oh my God. You was giving
When Twan
big,
said December 4th, I said, come on, Sag.
I didn't. Oh my God. You was giving so much big Aries energy. That's how I felt.
Yo, the song to me has so much Brooklyn swag.
Yes.
Oh my.
Listen.
For sure.
Wow.
I love
And
it.
I hate to keep I hate to keep beating the little Kim drum, but you just got so much.
You got it all the way.
In there, like
all the way.
Appreciate it.
Gosh, that's gotta happen. She gotta hop on something with you. That would be so fire. That would be so fire.
For sure.
So
I love it.
I like to ask people this when I bring them on the show, and I need to do this more often because a lot of times when I bring an artist on,
you will be asked to provide identification at the polling place if you fit specific criteria. For more information, visit vote41.
I don't know what Alexa's talking about back there, but I love
pick up on her music.
I love asking people this when I bring them on the show, and like I said, I need to do this more often because a lot of times we'll spend an hour or 2 hours learning about the artist. But I also like to learn about the person behind the stage name. Mm-hmm. So when you're not Jay Elle music, when you're not in the studio, when you're not performing, when you're not, doing all of that kind of stuff, what do you like to do?
I like to do jigsaw puzzles. I'm definitely a puzzle person.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm a big DIY person. I love creating stuff. So like even when I'm not creating music, I'm always creating something. I love DIY stuff. I love entertaining. So like at my house, I'll have like events all the time. I love traveling.
We gotta meet. We gotta meet. We got too much in common. I will come to you. I got an 8-month-old, so I will come to you. I will come to you. Any always use for me to get out the house and to do something musically inclined and hang with some like-minded folks. I will do it. I will come to you. Like I said, I'm celebrating all April. Wherever you at, I will come to where you at because, honey, you just got it. You got it.
I appreciate that.
You had me at jigsaw puzzles because I used to love doing them, and I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about doing it, getting back into it because I want to do a Kobe. I want to find a Kobe Bryant jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, that would be so nice.
And put that together. People that know me, not to take that off the camera, but people that know me.
Yes.
Kobe Bryant fan.
That's beautiful. Yes.
Peace. Oh, I got more. Got him on the liquor bottle. And all that. And I said that if I ever, maybe not as big as that picture, but I said if I ever came across a Kobe Bryant jigsaw puzzle that I was going to get one.
You can make one. You can order one.
Yeah.
It's got to be the right one. Every one I have now is him playing against himself, and I don't want to keep that in the man cave. But I'm definitely going to look into doing that. That might be one of my projects over the summer because I want it to be big, but I don't want it to be too big because I definitely want to glue it together and mount it and frame it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's been gone for so long.
I know.
In New York, what's your favorite place to eat?
I don't have a favorite place, but if you want to talk about in the hood, you want to go to the hood, you want to go to Sutter Avenue, East New York. It's a place called Stevelos. It's a pizza shop, best pizza shop you ever eat in your life. I'm telling you, it's in the hood, but it's the best pizza shop you eat in your life.
What's your favorite place to shop?
Don't shop in New York at all. New York is just too busy for me. Like, I'm from New York, but
Got you.
rarely
A
go back.
lot of New Yorkers say that they
Yeah,
go
it's
shop
too
there.
Too much. I don't shop in New York at all. Nope.
Wow.
Do you party in New York?
I love the I'm sorry. Hold I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just got so much to say. I love in your videos how you switch it up because you look so different in each look. Is there a particular look that's your favorite? What do you like to play around with?
I don't have a particular look that's my favorite. I just like to explore different looks, but I have noticed, it's so funny looking at my own videos. I have noticed that I do that platinum blonde a lot, and that's kind of a look that I like. I actually like that look. I just think it's fun.
It changes up your whole look, and that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing because you know you have that ability to kind of give yourself like a Sasha Fierce type character. So if you had a alternate personality from Jay Elle, what would her name be?
Mandy.
Mandy. Oh, okay. Spicy. I like it.
Mandy Savage. That is my
Mandy. Oh, spicy.
Wow. Wow. So I gotta ask, why Mandy Savage? That's a great play on the wrestler's name, but why Mandy Savage?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, I'm a savage, you know. Sweetheart and savage, you know.
Yeah.
Different side of the same coin, so.
I love it. So last question from me. So over these past few weeks, you know, there's been a lot of talk with Beyonce crossing over into the country music realm, and you know, all of the stuff that some stuff has pissed me off. I will admit. Would you ever consider crossing over into another genre of music, and if so, what would it be?
Absolutely. So for me, I feel like art is art, right? And I feel like people put us in a box because that's how it works for them to categorize it for whatever reasons, right? But when we're creating. And if I want to sound like this today or this project, or I want to sound like that tomorrow on this project, it's all about the art that I'm putting out. And it's all about what, you know, I'm putting out into the world. And so it's like, you know, it's crazy to me when people are just like, you know, oh no, this is your box, you got to stick in that box. It's like, says who? Art is not caged in. Art is free. And so you can freely create whatever it is you want to create.
That might be one of the greatest answers I've ever gotten to that question.
I absolutely love that answer. Absolutely. Because we invented all of this stuff anyway. So why try to put us in a box that we were never in?
That's a fact.
You know?
Yes, John Snyder. Yes, John Snyder. John Snyder.
Yes.
Pizza has an ass. Never mind.
I absolutely think we'll be reaching out to you, so look forward to a DM from me because it's coming. Sure. It's coming. I throw an annual event. Well, it's going to be an annual event called the Picnic. Don't listen to him because he's hosting it, so he keeps trying to tell me that. So I will be reaching out to you. I have some fundraising events coming up as well. I will be reaching out to you just to collab with you because
absolutely
you just said I really have no complaints at all. Like I'm telling you, it's like me in my mind, I always got something to say about somebody. But you,
I appreciate
baby, you got it.
Thank
you got it.
Thank you.
And a lot of times when people are coming on the show and I listen to their music, I'd be like, I don't know if I'm gonna play the music on. I had none of those issues today. I had none of those issues. I knew. In fact, I have about, I think, at least one more video that I could have played, but we're gonna keep it there.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate you
coming out with the last video. Why not close out with
Yeah, I mean, I gotta go back onto the website. Hold on.
No, that's all right. We can save it for the next time. We can save
Yes, the next time. Okay.
Boom. Oh.
We're gonna get her on acapella and acoustics. Okay.
And I've already planned that. I've already planned that. So, and actually, MJ mentioned this to me first when MJ sends out the email blast to all of the DJs, all of the media stuff. And when I hit her back and I was like, come on, you're MJ. If you're saying she needs to be on the show, she's coming on the show. And she asked me if I still did that segment, and I'm actually bringing it back probably March or April. Okay. So acapellas and acoustics is exactly what it sounds like. I bring on an artist, and I allow you to sing either acapella, or if you want to play music in the background, if you want to play instrument, whatever it is that you want to do. I'll give you like a brief introduction, and then I'll put you on a solo screen, so it's just you by yourself, and I'll let you rock out. You can do an original song, you can do a cover, you can do a freestyle, whatever it is that you want to do. That's so cool. If you're interested, I definitely will touch base with you.
Yeah,
and we can make that happen. In fact, you can be the first one that I bring back.
Yes,
let's do it.
And the good thing about it is,
for that.
Yeah, and the good thing about it is it's pre-recorded, so like we can get together. I'm literally only going to need about 15 or 20 minutes of your time. Okay. We can get together, we can pre-record it, and then I'll put the branding and everything on it and pop it up. And I usually drop it on Fridays at noon just to kind of give people. Darling Dina in the house. What's up, Mama?
Hey,
That's Tipsy Fiend's mom right there, and she's
a Baltimore legend.
Hip-hop
that's a Baltimore legend.
But yeah, I'll definitely is Instagram a okay way to touch base, or should I go through MJ or
either way you feel comfortable. Either way.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with Instagram. So yeah, I'll hit you up, and I only work 2 days a week, so there's 2 days that I'm home. Like I said, literally 15 to 20 minutes, we can get that recorded. And the good thing about it is it's pre-recorded, so if you mess up, you can start over.
Do it again.
I've had some people had to do like 8 takes, and I'm like, all right, come on, bro, let's what I mean.
But, everybody can't be the one take queen like me.
I mean,
people out there like that.
It ain't always got to be the first time, but once we get to the 4th and 5th take, then it's like, bro, do we really need to be doing this? Do I need to just edit, some parts of each time that you did it and put it together to make it one? But we can definitely make that work. So yeah, I'll reach out to you. I'll DM you on Instagram as soon as we get off here, and we can talk about some time for that to happen.
For sure. Speaking of Instagram, Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. My name is Jay Elle. JayElletheboss, or my website is Jay Elle Music. My TikTok, my YouTube is all Jay Elle Music, and my Twitter, X, and Facebook is Jay Elle the Boss. I mean, my Instagram is Jay Elle the Boss. My Facebook is Jay Elle the Boss as well.
Yeah. This has been fun. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much. I know you gained at least 2 new fans today.
Yay!
me and Tip, we definitely gonna be on it. And I always love after I have a guest on the show, I try to make it a habit of going to like wherever they stream their music and go listen. So you'll probably be on my playlist for tomorrow.
I hope
while I'm working from home. So
listen, I already got added. You got a playlist. I already added some songs to the playlist.
Right, exactly. And before I let you go, you did mention earlier in the show that you were looking for some tour dates. Yes. So if Baltimore happens to be one of the places that you may want to come to, let me know, and I can reach out to some people and see if
yes, of course.
Because I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow.
Absolutely. For sure. So let me know.
She's trying to get you on a tipsy picnic. I already know where she's going.
Yes. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, we're not gonna keep you any longer. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate
it. And the door is always open. Like whenever that project is ready in 2024, just give us a holler. Have MJ give us a holler, and we can definitely get you back up and talk to you some more. listen to the new stuff and all of that stuff. So whenever you're ready.
Thank you.
All right, absolutely.
Bye.
Jay Elle music, y'all. I got to get this applause thing right because I'm supposed to be putting the applause on when I leave. But yeah,
Hey, bye.
appreciate you. Have a good one. Have a good one. Yeah, she's fire, man. She's fire.
I was listen, love it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing, no complaints. And I know me as an artist, I'm hard on other artists, but as one female to another, I am nothing to say.
Shout out to my uncle Pastor Philip A. Miller Sr.
Hey,
Victorious Living Ministries in the building, the gospel gang, as we call ourselves. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, she like, and you know me, Tip. I'm old school. So it's not a lot of stuff that I can listen to today. And I'm one of those people.
You know what I will say about you is all the ones that is hot ain't made it to the show yet. That says to me
that's their loss.
If you really popular as you,
if they ain't made it to the show, they really ain't that hot. How about that?
You know what I'm saying?
No, but like I'm the type of person. Like I'm real particular with my music. I'm one of those people. I heard another person say this. If I'm listening to your song for 30 seconds and I'm not drawn in, the song gotta go.
I think that was me that said it because that's listen. It really you gotta before the beat drop. You really gotta draw me in before the beat drop. You can't just be one of them artists who and then the beat drop and then you go in. I need to know that you get ready to talk about something before you talk about it.
Yeah.
I can't just the beat can't just be good and then the song what?
Oh, well, you just eliminated about 80% of the music population these days.
Didn't I tell you in my interview I don't listen to hip hop?
I do listen to hip hop. I listen to hip hop.
I try to because I need to keep up with who.
Oh, you talking current stuff now? I don't listen to much.
I don't listen
Speaking
to that.
Speaking of which, I need a J. Cole album. So J. Cole, if you're listening,
he's coming out with the follow. Stop playing with him. Don't even talk to Jermaine like that because we're not even getting ready to go there. Jermaine is coming out. Chill on him. He get ready to do what he need to do when he need to do it.
Something. Don't make me pull up, bro. Don't make me pull up. But as we mentioned in the beginning of the show, we do have a few access granted Long Island iced teas and rum punches left over for the event. So
Twan said $15, y'all. I ain't arguing with him. He said $15 a pouch. They filled up. Y'all need to come get these.
Yo, I'll let my wife pour the pouches. I'll let my wife pour the pouches.
She got a heavy hand like me. So make sure y'all come through with the come through.
Absolutely.
Grab them up. No deals this time around. You know what I'm saying? You got to come to the event to get the deals. Y'all didn't come to the event to get the deal. So now y'all got to pay full price.
Yeah.
Do what it is that y'all need to do. Help us get these coins. Hendrix shoes ain't going to buy themselves.
And I told Blizzard, before he had his the other day, I said, I don't know what Fiend was on. I don't know what she was going through when she made these, but these drinks, this bad shit a little different. This bad shit a little different. And like I said, everybody at the event on Saturday thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, man, make sure y'all holler at us, man. Support small businesses.
Yes. I'm broke. My taxes ain't hit yet, so y'all need to buy these pouches.
Y'all keep going out here giving Diddy all this money for his Ciroc and all of that other stuff, man.
Take that.
Y'all got some stuff going on right here in the city, man. That's a good thing, man. So reach out to us. Sis, thank you because It wasn't quite the 12th hour, but as soon as I knew my girl couldn't make it today, I hit you up and I just thank you for being available.
Let me know.
And Hendrix, thank you for being on the show as well, because you definitely made your mark tonight.
Yes.
Shout out to my little
Hendrix
man.
for you.
Yeah, shout out to my little man. Next week's show we have a comedian. I believe she's coming at us from Atlanta. She goes by the name of Kendra Crump. She was actually supposed to be our first show of the year, but I was a little bit under the weather. Couldn't make that happen, so I got her back on the calendar. I don't know what to expect next week because Kendra's off the chain. She's if you follow her on her social media, she hits a little bit different. So I'm not sure what to expect, but definitely looking forward to the opportunity to talk to her and get to know her. So you guys make sure you tune in with us next Monday at 7 p.m. Also continue to like, subscribe, and share. Like, share, and subscribe.
That's punch.
No, that's not even a punch. That's me talking too fast. Like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Again, I do have some new content coming up that's going to drop tomorrow. And it's CIAA weekend, man. So let's get out here and have some fun.
With them excess grannies.
I'm trying to go to the step show. I might even go to the basketball games one day. But Baltimore, we did a great job hosting the CIAAs last year. I think if you go on the website or if you just follow like our DJs on social media, there's parties and events and everything going on all throughout this week, man. So get out there and have some fun, man, and have some fun the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's not make the news again for all of the wrong reasons. But shout out to Bowie State, the host of the CIAA tournament. Shout out to Coppin State because they just celebrated their homecoming recently. I believe that was this weekend as well.
Yeah.
And man, just get out there and have some fun, man. It's a lot of stuff going on in the city this week. CIAA and otherwise. I know I believe Kenny K has a party coming up. I'm not sure if it's this weekend coming, but Kenny K, I believe, has a birthday party. He has Kid and Play in town. They're going to be at the Patapsco Arena. So go out and support that. Go out and support that. They still do the dance. They do it a little slower. They don't move quite like they did, but they still do the dance and all of that stuff, man. So go out there and support that.
Go give me a hotel room for the weekend. Because I need to be that.
And since my pastor is here, you can always pull up at Victorious Living Faith Ministries, 435 Maryland Avenue, this Sunday at 9 a.m. Come and see me do some praise and worship.
Well, I need to come see you do some praise and worship. That's what I need to do.
Come on out. I love my church family, man. I like my church family is like we're an amazing little bunch of people, man, doing some big things. But again, thank you, sis. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, man. We will be back next week. And I definitely think that I'm going to go ahead and hit Jay Elle up so that we can start dropping those acapella and acoustic segments like ASAP. So I'm looking forward to it.
I want to be the co-host for that because I feel like I should be the co-host for that.
As soon as I got you, we can make it happen. Yeah, we can make it happen. Again, as long as you're available, because it's pre-recorded, I do a lot of those in the daytime. Because my evenings be so busy.
The daytime Hendrix be sleep, so I can definitely do the daytime.
I'll definitely let you know.
He be sleep during that time.
I got you. Hello, is he woke now? Is he by you?
No, he in the bedroom.
Say snatch my little man up and put him on camera.
Snatched him up.
You say what's up, Hendrix. But yeah, man, we are out of here. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. We will see you guys next week. Access granted the car stream. We are out.
Yeah.